So I'm trying to teach myself to, when I have stuff on the brain, just go ahead and do a video as opposed to trying to wait and do a live stream. Um, just load it up. So if you're new to the channel, please by all means hit that subscribe button. Please like my videos, share my videos. I had 2 individuals donate and was a Cash App Coolie. So I appreciate you coolies. When I get back in this at the chair, I'm going to shout you guys out. But I was out and about today, and this just was on the brain, and I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna make a video about it. So, like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that. Um, here's something that I noticed. Here's something that I noticed um, as I am a brand new 56-year-old. I am seeing a lot of narratives. I'm seeing a lot of narratives. I'm seeing a lot of perspectives. I'm seeing a lot of things that if you told me that this how it was going to be when I was younger, I would have never believed you. And honestly, you couldn't have known. You couldn't have known. You had to wait till you get 56 years old to see it. So I'm out and about. I went to the gym and I try to get some protein in me. When I go to the gym, I will never eat a damn Big Mac, so I jumped on a Whopper. So forgive me for that. So gonna talk, eat, and try and roll, try to get home. So here's something that I've noticed. And yesterday, I spoke to a woman that I've known for 30 years this year. 30 years. At the end of April this year, I met her April 30th, 1994. I met this woman. And for 30 years, I got to watch this woman bypass me. We even had a conversation one time, and she said to me, and I quote, one thing about you, you brag about what you got too much. And at that time, in 1994, I had my BMW 6 Series. I had a 1982 Volkswagen Rabbit. I had a 1984 Cadillac Eldorado, and I had a 1992, excuse me, Eagle Talon TSI all-wheel. No, I had a 94 because it changed in 95. I, I had a yeah, it was a 92. I had a 1992 Eagle Talon TSI all-wheel drive. I had that. I had 4 cars. You could, my friend from high school had my 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 Cadillac, and my brother had my Eagle Talon. I let him hold it. I was driving a Volkswagen Rabbit. I was always a low key guy, as you guys see me over the years drive a Toyota Prius. You guys see me drive my everyday car, a Nissan Leaf. I didn't get this as my everyday car until September. I brought this September 2024. So for 5 months now, 5 months now, I had this car as my everyday car, and this is a BMW X3. Other than that, I had a Toyota Corolla, 3 Priuses, a Honda Insight. I've never drove my flashy cars. This is why all of my high-end cars don't have no miles on them. But this woman felt as though to tell me, oh, you brag about what you have. I said, I think you confusing me bragging with you as a friend, me telling you, hey, I got this week. I brought this. You know, I said, and so I asked her when she said that, I said, let me ask you a question. I said, how many people do you know that I dress better than? She said, nobody. I said, so with all the money that I got, how come you don't know anybody that I dress better than, but you want to tell me I brag about what I got? Well, that was a woman that wanted to solidify her not being interested in me. Ah. I told you, you got to get back, little buddy. Got to get back. That was her way of solidifying her not being interested in me. Okay. So let's fast forward to 2025. I had a conversation with this individual, and it's like, have you decided on where we're going to move to? This is yesterday. And I'm saying to myself, wow. I'm going to tell you what I've learned. Quattro, you got to move back, little buddy. Come on, you got to move back, man. I'm going to tell you what I've learned. I'm going to tell you what I've learned about people that got no interest in marriage. I'm going to tell you about people that got no interest in marriage, no interest in having children. People that now we say today, women that want to be 304s, women that want to run the streets. The problem with women that run the streets, the problem with these independent women, the problem with women that don't want kids when they're in their 20s and 30s, and then all of a sudden pop up in their 40s. And I got to hear, even my ex-girlfriend, I want a husband and a family. I've known you for 10 years now. I met you when you was 30, 29, just hit 30. You wasn't saying that then. Now you're 40 years old claiming you want a family and a husband. I don't want that now. I'm not interested. I have no desire for it. I have no desire for a female in my life. I have no desire for a woman. I understand the American woman. So I have no desires. So it is amazing for these people to double back to me. All of them. I told you. In the last 3 years, I told you, in the last 3 years, I had 5 women ask to marry me. These women didn't get me the time of day when I was younger. But what I've noticed about these people, and let me say those people again, people that don't want a husband, people that don't want to settle down, people that don't want a family. What I've noticed about these people is these people are so oblivious to time. They are. What do I mean when I say they are totally oblivious to time? These people act like they could run the streets, they could everybody, they could just do whatever they want, they can be as reckless as they want, and then stop, and then get married. Stop! And then a husband to be like, who is it? It's a husband. I heard you was looking for one. That's why all of these women are double back They're doubling back to me, all of them. Even my ex-girlfriend, doubling back. And I'm not understanding that. And I was 15 minutes before I hit that record button, it came to me why they double back. And the reason why, because they didn't want nothing. They didn't take heed to the fact that you want to have a child when you're established. You want to have a child. Like, everything is in stages. What I've learned when I went to law school, and my professor told me, and I'm taking heed to it, if they want to get married after 40 years old, it will not be for love. It won't. So I'm not marrying somebody at 60 years old. I'm not marrying somebody. My ex-girlfriend is in her 40s. She got the best chance. But she even told me, I don't think I want to have a kid. I didn't say nothing. You know why? Because I don't give two fucks. I see now. I see now. This is what I learned and how I understand young women. Young women walk around and all they do is collect characteristics of people to fit into their life as they need them as they go on in life. That's all women do. That's all they do. And if you running around the streets and if you running around and you just being reckless, you don't want a wife, you don't want no kids, you don't want a husband, you don't want nothing, you're the type that you will meet somebody and put everything and throw caution to the wind and act like that is a piece of trash worthy of love, and they ain't. These individuals that run the street when they're young, both men and women, that don't want marriage, that don't want a family, that don't understand uh, you being at one with somebody just in case anything ever happened. You got love invested in somebody so that they can have your back, so everything will be okay. Let me tell you something. 3 months ago, when I messed up my knee riding my motorcycle, it became clear. It became clear that I am glad, that I am happy. I'm glad that I didn't take the jab. I'm glad that I take care of myself. I'm glad that I have I'm glad that I am healthy. Because these individuals that ran around in life, they don't see nothing ever happening. To them, they think they, like, I have a friend of mine that passed away, right? Here's a guy, his wife died in July. He married her best friend in October. Let me say that again. Same year. His wife dies July. He marries her best friend in October. A year and 2 months later, no, October, November, December, January, February. A year and 4 months later, he got sick. She did not go in the hospital to see him. His mother said, Smitty, she treated him like trash. Of course she did. She was 62 years old when he met her. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna be 51 years old and you're gonna marry a 62-year-old chick that you introduced me to 2005. I mean 2019. 29. 5 years earlier. You introduced me to her in 2014. Your wife died in 2019, and then you turn around and marry her. So you're going to go ahead and marry a woman you introduced me to. And I gave him, I told him the report when I met her. I said, first of all, bruh, don't, I thought I was going out to eat lunch with you and your wife, bruh. I don't do blind dates, bruh. I don't do that. That's number one. Um, Number two, I said, I personally wouldn't marry a woman that was what 50, let's get precise math. She was 62 in 2019. So in 2015, she was 58, 57. I, I was not gonna marry a 57-year-old woman. No, she didn't have no kids. Nope. I was not gonna marry a woman that was never married before and lived with her 57 years old and lived with her aunt. And I wasn't gonna do that. So I just said, even in addition to that, I told him the vibe that I get from her. I get a lot of pain and stuff from her, a lot of anger. I get that from her. Okay, well, at the time, me and my wife, blah blah blah, and then he turns around and marry her. The reason why he married her is because he didn't see it. He didn't see nothing wrong with her because he was thinking about time. When individuals are suspended from time, they do not think about the building blocks it takes to build the proper relationship. This is why I said a couple of minutes ago, my ex-girlfriend uh, has the best chance. Her being 40 years old, I've known her for 10 years, and that's the only chick that. Wow, that chick, wow. And that is the only chick that that I broke up with, and it wasn't for another dude. Right now, she makes about 175,000 a year. Now, when a woman is chasing her career, and it's that same type, I said, independent, chasing a career, they don't have any inclination of time. She's the only one that I ever lost. I broke up with because she was taking an assignment overseas, and I was like, go ahead, chase that money, and everything was, oh, if I take this assignment, I get a daily stipend, and I get this, I get that. Listen, everything is about money with you, and that's how her father raised her. Her mother died when she was 3. That's how her father raised her. So you're wired to not know anything else, and I understand that. Go ahead. I've never lost. Every other woman I lost to the game, to them being some hoe, to them being someone. I never lost her to another dude, right? So, so, but watching how all these individuals move, they have no idea. They have no idea when it. They are totally oblivious to the building blocks that it takes. Hold on a second. So these individuals, the way they build relationships, the way they think about relationships, their whole thing is this is when you get, I ain't having sex until we get married, and they be 57 and 58 years old. Like, yo, how you holding out on the pussy now? People just don't understand the perspective and narratives of the true build of relationships. It's the reason why I've seen individuals that as soon as they happen to run the streets, I've seen individuals that run in the streets on Tuesday, met a chick on Wednesday, claim they're in a relationship with that chick on Saturday, hang up throw all their condoms away, hang up all their street curriculum, throw their black book away, this and all that. And then 2 weeks after that, they never go home. They're at this girl's house all the time. It's just, everything is fast. Blah, 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 blah. Then 5 or 6 months later, they crash. I'm because I always wanted love. I understand the curriculum of people that wanted love. I understand that. And I'm meeting people now that their perspective and narrative of a relationship is instant. It's drive through. It's just it's I find it amazing. I really do. I find it amazing. I do. I'll take the onions out of here, Quattro, okay? And I'll give you the rest. There's another onion. You a good boy? Yeah, you are. Good boy, Quattro. Okay. They're onions, so they're gonna go back to the earth. All right, you can have this. So I I I look at I'm looking at I don't want to mess up the mic. I'm looking at people. I'm looking at people that wanted absolutely nothing to do with marriage. People that absolutely wanted nothing to do with nothing. Didn't like I said, didn't see the use for being. Didn't see didn't see the didn't see didn't see the use for becoming at one with someone. So like I said, you know, listen, every woman that comes back to me, my perspective and narrative is waiting for them. I'm not changing. I'm not loosening up. I'm not turning it down a notch. I'm not doing it. What I wanted and how I wanted love 30 years ago is the same way I want it now. I'm not doing this thing where I'm old now. So, like like I said, these individuals that's calling me back up, I'm saying to myself, what makes you think you can just call me up and propose marriage to me? What makes you think this? Why are you under the impression that that like why are you under the impression that uh What, like when you look down at your phone, you had me on the hold. You know how when somebody got you on hold on the old phones, the line be blinking. Like what makes you think you had me on hold? What makes you think that you can boomerang back around to me? I don't understand it. I don't. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And they will call you casually. They will call you casually. And it's so ironic. That was yesterday I got this call. Yesterday was Wednesday. Monday I got a text message from a chick that I used to date. The one I told y'all with the 35-inch chest, 29-inch waist, and 54-inch ass and hip. She reached out to me. She sends me a text message talking about something. I miss you. What? You miss me? How you miss me? How? How? We hadn't gone together since 2006. We broke up in 2006. How you miss me? How? They say they miss you because they got no other introduction to a conversation. When they throw you, I missed you, it puts the ball back in your court. I don't know if y'all knew that. That's why they say, I missed you. They'll hit you with a I missed you, and then you're supposed to say, oh, I miss you too, and everything picks up where you guys left off. I don't miss nobody. I don't. I don't. If you're not in my life, it's for a reason. I don't miss my daughter. I don't. If I was to see her right now and she came up to me and said, hey, daddy, I would say, first of all, my name is Chris. How is Atia Bradley's daughter? That's what I would say to her, because you are definitely Atia Bradley's daughter. I got nothing to say to nobody. I gave you great, you know what I mean? Cool. Go ahead. I got morals, I got standards, I got boundaries. You will not think that, oh, I can cross them, I can treat them like trash. It doesn't happen with me. It's like I told y'all, I am happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I got nothing to say to nobody. I don't blame you for being how you are. I'm blaming myself for trying to be in a relationship with you. That's one thing I will never do. I will never blame a woman for getting me. I told y'all that. Ever. Ever. I will never blame a woman for trying to get me. I will never blame a woman for suckering me. I will never do that. Never. But all of them think that they got a clean slate waiting for them when they reach back out to me. But the reason for that is, as I stated, they have no perception of time. They think, see, but let me tell y'all something. By the time you get 55, you want to be married at least 15 years. At least. You don't want to get married after 40. You don't want to be 55 talking about somebody been married for 3 years. Somebody using somebody, right? So time is of the essence. So when I look back on women now, I look back, I got my profile on a dating site, on Facebook Dating. I got my profile on Facebook Dating. And I got 35 years old. That's my limit. That's my limit. 35-year-old women are still thinking marriage. When they hit 40, they know, oh, I ain't having no baby, this and all that. That's why when my ex-girlfriend said that to me at 40 years old 2 weeks ago, I wasn't surprised. Listen, let me go left. I ain't letting no woman tell me I'm not like that. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. You are like that. Yes, you are. You're like that. You're like that. You're like that. Oh, I see, no, you're like that. The same perspective and narrative is with these women. When they taking you down for child support, they're under the impression that that child is going to be 10 years old for 50 years. They have no perception of time. This is why, this is also, their only perception of time is that they think that time gives them a clean slate. That's what they perceive time to be. This term, time healed all wounds, it ain't a wound. It's just, listen, your resume with me is your resume. And like I said, these individuals, the reason why they don't see a perception of time, because they don't say, I want to be married by this time, I have a kid by that time, and then they don't have that. They're just out there in the wind with the perception of anything, however they want to do it. That's how their life is. And you meet them and you think, oh, they're different. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. I'm not asking no woman for their hand in marriage. And definitely, I'm not asking, listen, I do unto them as they done to me. I do unto them as they have done to me. So all these individuals that's coming back, they're hearing the same thing I heard with them. Oh, I just don't want. Oh no, individuals don't want that. I'm hitting them with the same thing. And here's the thing, and it's amazing. Here's the thing. They are so persistent. Yeah. They are so persistent. They are so persistent. They are so persistent. Find somebody when you're young and listen. This thing that everybody do when they're young, oh, she ain't the one, oh, he ain't the one. Next one, oh, she ain't the one, he ain't the one. Next one, oh, she ain't the one, he ain't the one. Oh, I just don't like, they got dreads. I don't like the way they got dreads. Oh, I don't like her. She ain't got a big enough butt. Oh, I got, Let me tell you, my requirement to every woman that I've ever dated is I must see some accountability of your time. You're not going to be, I'm not meeting no 55-year-old talking about something they've been on a job 3 years and they, like this one 49-year-old I met, she was an insurance saleswoman. I don't know nobody lucrative selling insurance like that. At least not here in Virginia. I don't know them, but her perspective and narrative was she was an insurance salesman. She was selling Aflac insurance at that. Aflac, that Doug Aflac. She was Aflac. She should, and every time, and the sidebar. The amazing thing is when you meet women that are saleswomen, every time they talk to you, they trying to sell you. They don't know how to be themselves no more. They don't. They don't. But I met that woman. She was 49 years old. You probably remember me talking about her. I called her up. I said, how you doing? She said, I'm about to get evicted, but other than that, I'm fine. How you doing? Oh, no, what's up is what she said. Right? She didn't know I was doing the math with her. I actually said to her, I said, how long you been doing Aflac? 8 years. That takes her at 41. I said, what were you doing before that? And honestly, she said, I was running the streets. These individuals got no perception of time. When you see women out there running, just being selling and just being hot and just saying, oh, me, they have no perception of time. They don't. When you have derailed from the curriculum of life, you have no perception of time. You don't. You don't. If you out there screwing 50 chicks, you have no perception of time. If you out there, if you out there screwing multiple guys, you have no perception of time. You'll wake up one day and look at, and you're gonna be 50. That's what all these women is doing. That's all I see. I don't understand it. I don't understand how they be calling me like I don't. I know I'm the best, but I don't know how they figure. Oh, I'll just call him and get back in. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Mm-mm. So understand this, y'all, and I appreciate y'all for being here. Honestly, you guys could have been anywhere else in the world. Understand this: when you're dealing and when you see individuals your age out there running the streets, doing whatever they want, understand they have no perception of time. And those people, life always catches up with them. I'll catch you guys on the next one.